How do you go about obtaining your military personnel records or a copy of your DD-214? It's very simple. You can either go to that website up at the very top of the page. You can write to the second one, a letter to the second one requesting that, or you can come and see a service officer like myself, and in about 5 minutes with the information on the bottom, we can go and request a copy of it. And it takes, like I said, 5 to 10 minutes to actually order it. About 2 weeks to a couple of months, depending on how much information you're actually requesting. This is a picture of NPRC, National Personnel Record Center. This is where all of the files are stored. If you take a look at the top of the building, you'll notice that it's probably about a mile long by a quarter to a half mile wide. And on the bottom left hand side is the storage facility, and that's how they store all the files. So when you put in a request, they have to go up and down the aisles, climb up on ladders, pull your file out by hand, and go and make a physical copy of it, and then put it back. In July of 1973, there was a huge fire there, and it destroyed approximately 16 to 18 million files. Those files were mostly Army and Air Force records. The Army records that were burned were from November 1st, 1912 through January 1st, 1960, and the Air Force records were September 25th, 1947 to January 1st, 1964, all the way through the name or after the name Hubbard James. So they have a really good idea of what records were burned and what records were lost in the fire. If you get your records and you notice that there's something wrong and you need to do a correction of records, we can also do that. You must notify the branch of service within 3 years after discovering the alleged error. It is the applicant's responsibility to show why it needs to be overturned and changed. And again, this goes to the board of the branch that you were in, not to the board of the VA.